Ever gotten almost all the way through a problem only to realize your answer was wrong? Or maybe you keep losing points because of one tiny mistake. Today I'm going to show you how to solve multi-step equations and the 4 mistakes that trip students up the most. Let's make sure they never happen to you. What's up, brilliant people? Joe here, and yes, we're doing math again, but I promise it won't hurt. Here at Joe Tutors, we're making math simple because if you practice a little, you stress a lot less. Today's lesson is on how to solve multi-step equations. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what order to solve them in, how to keep your equations balanced, and how to avoid the mistakes that cost students points on quizzes and tests every single year. We'll start with a medium example to learn the process, and we'll work our way up to some more challenging equations. Along the way, I'll point out the mistakes that I see students make all the time and show you exactly how to avoid them. All right, brilliant people, let's break it down. Start with this problem. 4 times x plus 3 minus 2 equals 18. What do you think I should do first? Well, the first thing that we need to do is distribute this 4 to everything else in the parentheses. I'm going to start by showing you what not to do. Now, I told you to distribute the 4 to everything in the parentheses, but what I just did here, I just distributed the 4 to the x. And this is a common mistake that I see students make, forgetting to distribute whatever is on the outside of the parentheses to everything inside the parentheses. It's like when you were in school and you were having a class party and your parents had to have enough goodies for everyone in the class to have something. You need to distribute your number, variable, whatever it is on the outside to everybody inside. So let's try it again, the right way. We're going to distribute the 4 to the x and the 3. So 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times a positive 3 is a positive 12. And then we're just going to bring down everything else. Our next step would be to combine our like terms that are on the same side. Remember that your equal sign is what shows you the different sides of your equation. So, do we have things that are the same, variables with the same letter, variables with the same letter and exponent, or just plain Jane numbers that I could put together on the same side? If you notice the 12 and the 2 on the left side of the equation, you're on the right track. Plus 12 minus 2 is going to give me positive 10. And I'm going to bring down everything else. So I have 18 still on this side and my 4x here that I didn't do anything with. Now, remember when we're solving equations, our goal is to get our variable by itself. Let's start with that plus 10. We want to get rid of it by doing the opposite operation or undoing the plus 10. So what's the opposite of adding? Subtracting. So we're going to subtract 10 on both sides of our equation. Here it's going to cancel out and we'll be left with 4x is equal to 8. And then our last and final step to isolate the x is to get rid of the 4. Remember, the x and the 4, or the 4 and the x, I should say, are attached to each other with multiplication. So how do we undo multiplication? By division. And we're going to divide by 4 on both sides. And we'll find that x is equal to 2. Simplify by distributing, combining like terms, moving constants, dividing on both sides, and you want to check your answers. And we do that by plugging it back into our original equation. So 4 times 2 plus 3 minus 2 equals 18. So what I did there was I took this and I substituted it for x, and that's why it's there. And let's follow the math now. 2 plus 3 is 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 2 is 18. And 18 is equal to 18. So we've done that right. Let's move on to our next problem. 5x plus 7 is equal to 2x plus 19. Now in this problem, we don't have parentheses, so we don't have to worry about distributing something. But we have variables and constants on both sides of our equation. How do we decide what to put where? It's completely up to you. Personally, I prefer my variables on the left and my constants on the right, but if you want to do that the other way around, that is perfectly okay when it comes to solving equations. I'm going to put a line here so you could see the two sides of the equation that I'm talking about, and a V here because I want my variables on the left, and a C here for my constants on the right. Now everything that's not a variable on the V side has to go, and everything that's not a constant on the C side has to go. What's not a variable on the V side? The positive 7, of course. And how do you undo adding 7? Subtracting 7 on both sides of our equation. Notice that I am subtracting 7 from my constant on the other side. And let's bring the 5x down. Our equal sign, 2x, and 19 minus 7 is going to give us a positive 12. Another mistake that I notice students make sometimes is they subtract something on only one side. The reason we're doing it on both sides of our equation is to keep our equation balanced. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Think of it like a seesaw that you're trying to keep perfectly balanced in the air. The only way that we can do that is if we add things or remove things, we do it on both sides. So here's what you don't want to do. It also leaves you a little confused. If I subtract 2x, I have 3x is equal to 2x plus 12. And then you're like, well, what do I do now? Because I just subtracted 2x and I still have a 2x and you're all over the place. Remember, whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Keep your equation balanced. So let's try it again the right way. We're going to subtract it on both sides. And if we subtract things or add things on both sides correctly, something should always cancel out. So I am left with 3x is equal to 12. And then lastly, to get that x by itself, we want to get rid of that coefficient. So we are going to divide by 3 on both sides. And we find that x is equal to 4. Now it's time to check. In our original equation, we had an x here and here. So 5 times 4 plus 7 is equal to 2 times 4 plus 19. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 7. And let's just deal with one side at a time. 20 plus 7 is 27. And then we have 2 times 4 on the other side. 8 plus 19. 8 plus 19 is also 27. 27 is equal to 27. So we've done that right. All right, let's do our next one. Pause and see if you can solve this one without me. What should you do first? If you said distribute, you've got it. We're going to distribute that 3 to everything inside of the parentheses. 3 times x gives you 3x. 3 times a minus 5 gives you a minus 15. Plus 8 is equal to 20. Then you want to combine your like terms on the same side. Those would be these constants here. So I would have 3x minus 7 is equal to 20. Then we want to get rid of the minus 7. So in this case, we're going to add 7 on both sides of our equation. And we find that 3x is equal to 27. And lastly, we want that x by itself without the 3. So we'll divide by 3 on both sides and find out that x is equal to 9. Did you get 9? Let's see if we got it right. We will check by plugging it in right here. 3 times 9 minus 5 plus 8 is equal to 20. 9 minus 5 is 4. Bring everything else down. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20, and 20 is equal to 20, so we've done it right. All right, we've just done 3 problems together. This last one's all yours. Pause the video and solve it on your own. I'll give you a few seconds to pause, and then when you're ready, come back and we'll check your work together. All right, 5 times x plus 2 minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 18. Our first step would be distributing. So 5 times x is 5x, plus 5 times 2 is 10, minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 18. Then we're going to combine our like terms. 5x plus 7 equals 2x plus 18. Then this is where I want my variables. This is where I want my constants. So first I'm going to move my variables. If I didn't mention that before, move your variables first. 3x plus 7 equals 18. Then we're going to get rid of the plus 7 by subtracting 7 on both sides. We have 3x is equal to 11. And lastly, isolate the variable by dividing by 3 on both sides. And x is equal to 11 over 3, or 3 2/3. It's time for Can You Beat Joe? Here's your challenge. Your problem is 2 times 3x minus 4 plus 8 equals x plus 20. Pause the video and see if you can solve it before I do. No peeking. Okay, first things first is to distribute. You would get 6x minus 8 plus 8 equals x plus 20. These 8's cancel out, so then I'm left with 6x is equal to x plus 20. Going to subtract x on both sides. I would have 5x is equal to 20. Then I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides and find out that x is equal to 4. Is that what you got? Let's check it together. Remember to check. We're going to plug in our variable everywhere we see that variable in our original problem. 2 times 3 times 4 minus 4 plus 8 is equal to 4 plus 20. And let's put our variable in black. All right, 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. And then 16 plus 8 would give you 24. And 4 plus 20 would also give you 24. So we've got it. 4, x equals 4 was the right answer. You've just solved 4 multi-step equations. How do you feel? If you remember to simplify first, keep your equation balanced, undo operations one step at a time, and divide on both sides, and always check your answer, then you'll be good. If this still feels tricky though, that's okay. Rewatch, pause, and practice. Every problem you solve builds your confidence, and future you will thank you. If you need more individualized help, feel free to check out the link in my bio. And if this lesson helped you, send it to a friend who could use a little extra math support, because we're all in this together and we never gatekeep math tips. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next lesson. Until next time, practice a little, stress a lot less. Love always, your math teacher, Joe.